Hey guys, what's up? It's Heather with the Moscow, and today we're out here doing the June garden tour. So I'm walking down to our raised bed vegetable garden right now so that we can go take a look. So let me flip you around and we'll look at what we got going on. Alrighty, so starting down here at the raised bed vegetable garden, I need to do something desperately about this dead lavender plant. But our Munstead wood rose bloomed and it was looking gorgeous, and I will include a shot of that as well. And then we've got this bush, this blackberry bush that was trying to produce blackberries, and I think the birds ate it, but it looks nice and healthy, so that's great. Here's my Mother's Day pot, looking really good. We got a lot of rain this week, or last night and today, and so it's looking a little beat down, but that's looking really good as well. Our beets need to be harvested. I never did thin them, so there's quite a bit of weeds in there as well, but they're looking good. This is the Genovese basil, and when we get down to the other end, I will show you the Proven Winners basil, and you can see how much better it is doing. Our chives looking good, cabbage looking good. So this is where all of our carrots were. I have some 2 tomatoes here because you can never have too many tomato plants. You can can them, do lots of things with them. I have a volunteer, looks like zucchini over there actually. And then on here we've got some cowpeas, which we will just grow, let them grow up the trellis. They're taking a while to take off, so that's interesting. We'll let them grow all the way over the trellis, and then they'll just dry right on the trellis, and that'll be really great. I need to do something about this blueberry bush. It's got chlorosis pretty bad, and I need to take it and put it in the landscape. This is our random strawberry plant that was doing really good, but I neglected it, so there you have that. More cowpeas over here with 2 more tomato plants. Here are our potatoes here. Their stems are they were probably reaching for the light and they got a little bit long, but they're still doing good, so I'm leaving them right now until they get done so that we can harvest them. We'll harvest them together, it'll be really fun. Down here we've got a couple more containers. This is Jackson's container of zinnias, looking really good. Obviously the yellow is winning out, but it looks bright and sunny and really great against Wyatt's container of supertunias, which are completely taking over the angelonia and that grass. Here is a container of herbs looking really nice. All of this is hooked up on drip and gets water 3 times a week. So this is the Amazil Basil from Proven Winners. So you can see how much more vigorous this is than the regular Genovese. They're getting exactly the same treatment. The benefit of this basil as well is that it won't bolt on you, or when it does, it doesn't change the color. Here is this is I think the Proven Winners variety is, and it's leaving me. Where is it at? Suncredible sunflower. This is the Monrovia version. It's doing fairly well here. It's not getting as much water, and I don't think it was getting enough sunlight. And then here is our beautiful container from last time. This is the only bloom on our verbena right now, but the Laguna dark blue is looking beautiful. The Angelonia is looking beautiful, so we just need that red to pop back through. But I'm still really enjoying these and how Americana they are, and I think I'm gonna do that up near the house next year. So we're gonna walk now this way to the new garden bed. This garden bed I have enjoyed so much. However, so have the voles. And I've got this beautiful blue spruce that I'm super worried about. But this is the first plant in the landscape portion of our yard. We have a really long driveway that way, and that is the first one. And for it to fill in here and be the blue, and if you're looking this direction, my house is pretty much orange. My log cabin is pretty much orange. So you're gonna have the blue here with the orange in the background, and it's gonna be really pretty, especially when it gets a lot bigger. But here we started this bed from scratch, and there are all kinds of videos on my channel about how we started it. Clearly I have not done a really good job. I mulched it first, but I've not done a really good job of staying on top of it because I feel like I'm gonna just keep adding plants as the season progresses. But what we've got here is a ring, and I'm gonna keep this as a annual border and change it out seasonally. But this is the Supertunia Jazzberry. I'm really, really loving it, but unfortunately the voles have eaten 2 of those plants down there. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. I'm just not really sure. Then we had 3 coneflower. I don't know if we're gonna call this a moment of stupidity or what, but there's suckers that come up in here because we cut a lot of suckers out, and a sucker was coming up and I was just going through and I just trim them back. Like, it's not that hard. I was trimming back the suckers. I totally chopped off my coneflower. Like, I looked at it and I was like, well, that was dumb. But it is coming back, so, you know, plants are resilient. But we've got coneflower in here, our forsythia bush right here. So here's the 2 coneflowers, and there's the 3rd one, bless its heart, trying to come right back out of the ground. It's doing a great job. These are 3 more Munstead wood roses. I do have some footage of that on my phone, so I will get that to you guys because they are beautiful, and they were a bright pop. Everything's kind of lulled out right now, but it's not looking messy, so thankful for that. So here's our Limelight Hydrangea. Cannot wait for that sucker to start blooming. We've got our crabapple tree, and then over here I've put in some banana cream 2 daisies, catmint. There's why do I always forget the names when I'm out here? Sedum. And then back there, I'm not a big fan of canna lilies. I think they look too tropical for my yard, but my husband is from Florida and he saw those and hibiscus and loved them, so we're putting some of that in there. Behind that is a peace rose that he picked out as well. But these 2, this one and this one here, these 2, also got attacked by the voles. So not living their best life. Behind that we have some Painting the Town Fuchsia Dianthus, and we would like to continue this all the way down and make a nice big drift of it, because when it's not in bloom, it's a very pretty blue foliage, so that's good. So we're gonna go now up towards the house to check on the pots that I just potted up for you guys in a video. The thing about my videos is they're usually several weeks behind, so this is how they look now. So we've got the fern in here, but this is a nice green and white combo, and everything is really filling in pretty nice. Like, look, there's not very much space in there anymore. Everything's putting on fresh growth. These begonias have really filled in. So has the hippo plant. It's really filled in. Things are just looking really, really good. Really enjoying this. Really enjoying the monochromatic scheme and how like cool it looks up here in the shade. So now we're going to turn this way and check out the Pamela Crawford planter that we planted up together. I love the planter. I love the location of the planter. I have been trimming on this sweet potato vine, but that's all you see is sweet potato vine and a little bit of coleus. It looks really good. It's a bright pop in here, but next year I'll definitely do different plants. It looks really good, especially with this Hosta Bed. I love this Hosta Bed. It was here when I moved in. These hostas look beautiful. They always do. I don't even weed underneath here, although I should, especially this fall. But it just needs a different plant choice. But it looks really good and it looks lush and it is living well. So, you know, there's that. But I will be giving up, I've mentioned this before, on impatiens. Like, me and impatiens, we're done. So we're gonna go up here now, go up the stairs and check out the beds next to the house. So when you walk up the stairs, we planted, I think it was between here and over here, 14, what are those things called? Dahlias. Here's our lilies. Those always come up every year. They don't match anything, but they do so while I leave them. And here is our railing planter. Looking glorious. This is the Above and Beyond combination. It is Super Tuning Fuchsia, Bubblegum, and Vista Silverberry. There is the sweet potato vine in there as well, but it's not loving its best life. All of this in the containers that line the porch and the experiment containers, which I'll have a video coming back out about that once the experiment's done, are all watered once a day on drip. They get once a week fertilizer and once a week Rose RX or BT. So we've got our lamb's ear, Veronica, it's going to be a really long tour if I can't remember the names of anything. Rudbeckia, Black-Eyed Susan is really taking on some growth. The cardinal roses have bloomed once, looked really beautiful. I will include some footage of that as well. And then these dahlias as well as are doing really well. So on this side, we've got the experiment pots, and I'll show you what they're looking like right now. But these are exactly the same. One's being fertilized with Espoma Bloom. The other one is being fertilized with the Proven Winners water soluble. exactly the same. Their growth are very, very similar. What's interesting is mostly the only difference is this one clearly is having some iron problems, where we know that there's chelated iron in here, so that might be what's going on there. The knockout roses have bloomed once and they're kind of in a lull now. But let's take a look at our walkway pots. So in these pots I put a Supertunia fuchsia, a Superbena something purple, and a Supertunia fuchsia, Superbena something purple, and then a Goldilocks Rocks Maddens. And I thought the Goldilocks Rocks Maddens might peter out, and it has. But these, especially this one, are just looking like this beautiful pop of color. And if I pan down, it goes all the way down the walkway. And as you go down the walkway, it gets less sunny, as you can tell. But they look really good, super nice pop of color. They are too big for the pots that they're in. Next year I do think I'm gonna do the combo with the Laguna Dark Blue and the Suncredible Sunflowers, because I think that would be really pretty with my log cabin. It's just super Americana. So down here in the rest of the bed, what we have is a annual salvia, some double up pink begonias, and some Wicked Witch coleus. And all of this is looking really, really good, really beautiful, just lush but clean. I'm loving the growth habits on these plants. They're like little globes of fun, looking really good together. So I'm really enjoying that. So now we're gonna swing over and go check out the new bed. This is one of my favorite views right here because it's so shady, but then you've got this pop of just menagerie of hostas. I really want to expand the hostas from here to almost all the way over, but let's go take a look. Like I said, it's been raining here and storming, so everything is kind of blown around, and I did come out here and burn the weeds out this morning, but they still, ooh, I missed some. They still need to actually die off. So on this side of the bed, again, it needs some maintenance. It's not super clean right now. But on this side of the bed, we've got a camellia. I'm super excited to see her bloom, an April remembered camellia. Then we've got a Aurelia, looking good. Love the bright color. Loving the bright color here in the shade. I think my kids are playing with the water hose. Behind that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in between, but we've got our row of hydrangea, which we will continue. I just want a hedge of hydrangea going all the way up. The bed's gonna be really pretty, and we've got our hostas back here as well. But you can see I'm just putting in a menagerie of hostas. When I find a hosta I like to put it in. Here is our Blood Good Japanese maple. It doesn't get very much sun, so again, it colors out, and the top is just dying out in it. You guys, what do I do about this? Somebody please comment if there's something I can do about this. I need to go in and cut the dead out, but I am concerned that something's wrong with my tree. I love this tree. So 2 of these hostas, there was one right there and there's one right there you can see, and that one is struggling too, got eaten by voles. And I need to decide what I'm doing in the rest of this bed, but I'm really enjoying this pop of hostas, like just this beautiful, when everything grows in and looks pretty, and I think we need to carry it behind there. Just really, really loving this spot of hosta. And then this right here is a Calla Lily that my coworker Kendra gave me from her yard, and I love it, and I thought I killed it last year, but there she is looking beautiful. I can't wait. Hopefully she'll produce a flower, but she's really pretty. Can't wait for her. We've really got to decide what we're going to do in this bed, but right now I'm just really enjoying it. These hydrangeas as well, I need to put one in the middle. Clearly I've spaced these too far, but they're looking really pretty. This one stayed in its pot a long time, which is why I think that it's blooming out pink more than blue. They are all the same size, and we have pretty acidic soil, so shouldn't be doing that. I need to do something about this pot. It's not looking its best, but the ivy, some of the ivy is alive, some of it's dead, and the pansies are clearly bloomed out. Let me show you what's going on around here. See that? That's a kid playing with a hose. Just wanted to give you guys a look around what the garden's looking like in June. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be it for me in this video. I will do a separate video on just the vegetable garden. I like to do it separately. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.